How's it going, you guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you appreciated that little intro that I did. I just kind of felt like messing around. Hi, oh yes, happy little boy, happy little boy. It is a beautiful rainy day here in Washington. Surprising, right? Today we're gonna go through and clean it up because I've got an insane amount of stuff in the car. If you guys watched my most recent video, you will know that I just took delivery of it. You know, it sat down in LA for 2 months. Thank you again to all my boys, Chris, Steve, Dave, Dan for helping out and watching it. I'm beyond stoked to have that car with me again. I was gonna drive it, and in doing that, I was planning on flying down to LA, ordering all of the parts necessary to do a bunch of work that I wanted to do to it, and then doing all the work and trying to cram it all into like a day or two, which realistically just wasn't possible. Thinking about it, it just would not have made sense. So it just made more sense to throw it on a truck. So the car's here. If you watched my last video, you'll know that. If you haven't already watched my last video, go check it out. It was a really great video. I could not contain my emotion.
Hey, look at that thing. Whose is that? This is a sight that I have been waiting to see for 2 months now.
So much stuff planned that's gonna happen here in this garage. Really excited to bring you guys along for the journey. All right, let's get cracking on unpacking everything out of this goddamn car. Christmas decorations. Hey, look at that. This is all my detailing stuff. Pads for my DA, all my liquids, a bunch of sanding discs for headlight restoration stuff, and literally nothing leaked. These are the bushings and little pieces necessary to get my clutch pedal to stop squeaking. I went and I picked all this stuff up at Lexus of Torrance right before we moved. I just didn't have time to do them. We will get to this in a very, very soon video because I'm tired of that clutch pedal squeaking. Hooray! More detailing stuff. This is my bucket of all the typical use things, all my detailing stuff for just like a quick wash. Check. Okay. There's my car cover. More Christmas decorations. This entire bin that I'm pulling out right now is more Christmas decorations. Hell of a lot of Christmas decorations. When we left, it was right before Christmas. We had just moved out of our apartment and there was absolutely no reason to have all this stuff with us here. That's everything out of the back seat. All right, so now we're here at the trunk. Got a bunch of stuff back here as well. This, as you can tell just by looking at it, these are turbos. These are my GTE turbos that I picked up. Factory 2JZ intake piping, upper plenum. I'm glad that this stuff all made it in one piece and it doesn't look like any of it got damaged. any more than it kind of already was just from being old, so that's awesome. These are my manifolds that bolt straight to the 2JZ GE head, and then these flanges right here are to adapt the 2JZ GE exhaust head to GTE factory turbos. So these are the cream of the crop, is the bread and butter right here. These are expensive as hell. Shout out to Supra V World down in Australia, I believe is where he's at. He's the one that makes these. They're very discontinued and hard to find, so I got really lucky finding these, and I'm super stoked that I did. All right, and now the big bitch, the big piece, the insanely heavy box of turbos. Oh God, that stuff is not light. Okay, well, that's everything out of the car that I don't want in here. So, cold air comes in from the air box here, gets distributed to either turbo through these flanges right here. Beautiful old CT20As, if I'm not mistaken, is the classification for these turbos. The Lexus is now emptied out. Honestly, I really just kind of want to go for a drive, so we're gonna go for a drive, because why not? It's a stock exhaust, so it's nice and quiet, but that's all right. We'll get that changed sooner than later. Not a priority for now, but yeah. Not a priority for right now, but eventually we'll get that changed. A little squeaky clutch is because of those bushings. That thing really is puking. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, well, I've known for quite some time now that the front main seal is leaking, but I didn't think that it was this bad. This was not here last night, and the car was only parked here for like 12 hours. Kind of worried now. Let me check the dipstick and see what we're looking at really quick before I go for a drive. Okay, well, changing plans. I was gonna take the car out for a drive, and that was an alarming amount of oil for me to have seen. I knew that the front main was leaking, I knew that all that stuff was going on, but it has gotten a lot worse from 2 months of sitting and not being regularly heat cycled. I'm not going for a drive anymore. Check the oil. Oil is still within spec, but I just don't want to heat cycle it anymore. Put some cardboard here to catch whatever drops now. But I took the front timing cover, or the top timing cover off, because I was curious to see how bad everything is in here, and I mean, you can see for yourself. There's a hell of a lot of oil and gunk buildup right in here. Look at that. The front of the timing belt is just like saturated. This is also a Gates belt, so the timing belt has been changed before. I was told by the previous owner that it was, but he couldn't remember when, and there isn't a sticker to verify it, so there was no real way of me knowing, but has a Gates timing belt, so it has been changed at some point. Don't really care about that, because this is, yeah, man, there's a lot going down. There's a lot going on down in there. I know you guys can't really see it, but check this out. So, clean, dry finger, no oil, no nothing on it. You can see it's not shimmery, not shiny. I'll go on the inside of my teeth right here on the VVTi gear. And immediately you can see how much just came off right there on my finger. I'll go on the inside of the timing belt right here. Same thing. So, yeah, it's a concerning amount of oil to say the least. All right, well, I decided to just dive in. We've got a big gaping hole right here where the airbox did live, and yeah, I kind of just got impatient and realized that this is a hell of a lot worse than I had originally anticipated, and made the executive decision in my mind to just start working on it. So, that being said, I'm just gonna leave this video here for right now. I'm gonna go inside and order a bunch of parts. We're gonna get it completely resealed and completely refreshed. It'll be perfect, without any leaks, without any problems. Such is life. I didn't expect to start doing this within 24 hours of the car showing up and being back in my possession, but here we are, and I'm not upset about it. I do love wrenching on this thing. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know it was all over the place and very sporadic, so I apologize for that, but it's all good. We're just gonna get cracking on this thing. So until the next time, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe down below, drop a like on this video, and let me know what you thought, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much, and shoots.